Hey guys, welcome to the channel and thanks for watching my videos. Today I'm bringing to you one of my favorite builds. This build works absolutely great in PvP as well as PvE. So let's get into some gameplay before we head into the actual build details. Sit back and enjoy the DZ Chronicles.
Nice.
Alright, so now that you've seen how much fun I've had with this build, let's get into the nuts and bolts. So this is an AR build with a police M4 as the primary and a shotgun as a secondary weapon. I'm using a Coyote's mask for the extra crit chance and crit damage, a Fenris chest piece with spotter, one piece of Seska for crit chance, Fox Sprayer knee pads with 8% of multiplicative damage. I rolled a critical hit damage on that, Ruko gloves. Now I've got headshot damage on this piece, but you can always find one with a crit chance and that would give you additional crit chance for the build. And lastly, I'm using a Walker and Harris backpack with Vigilance. Now the Walker and Harris one piece would give you additional 5% damage, so that should make up for some of the damage that you lose because of blues on your build. So this is a 1.1 million armor build. You can have another blue which will give you a 1.3 million, but I think for a high damage build sitting anywhere between 1.1 and 1.3 gives you survivability as well. One of the combinations that I've seen to be very effective in the Dark Zone and also in a PvE is running a Bulwark Shield with a high damage pistol. In my case, I'm running it with a Liberty because every hit grants me a 2% weapon damage and a headshot consumes all those damage to repair your shield by 3% per stack. So while you're fighting, you can also gain your shield back and it gives you about 30 stacks, so you can have at least 90% of your shield repaired while you're taking damage. If you don't have a Liberty on you, you can always use a D60 which has equal amount of damage, however you will not get a repair that is there as a talent for Liberty. Alright, so talking about the crit chance and crit damage, the overall crit chance for this build is about 50% and a crit damage of about 170%. In my case, I'm using the Coyote's mask. My crit chance potential is about 60% with a critted damage of about 195%. You can always use a 3-piece Providence, which will give you a steady 10% crit chance and a 15% crit damage. Let's talk a bit more about the talents on this build. I'm using In Sync on my Police M4, which gives me 15% skill damage on hitting an enemy, and also gives me additional 15% weapon damage if I'm using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill. Now in my case I'm using a drone, which actually satisfies both the requirements, so you get additional 30% right away and your in sync is always procced. So let's talk about the secondary weapon. I alternate my secondary weapon between an M870 and a Super 90. I like to run Optimist talent on my M870 because if you're losing one bullet out of the 5 bullets that an M870 has, that will give you additional 6% increase in total damage. So at the end of the day, you're talking about 30% overall damage within those 5 bullets. For the chest piece, I'm using Spotter. Spotter amplifies the weapon as well as skill damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. Now to keep my Spotter talent procced every time I hit an enemy, I'm using a Tactician specialization so I can use its pulse mod. Another important talent that I'm running for this build is Vigilance on my backpack. Now Vigilance is one of the few talents in the game which does not need to be procced. However, taking damage will disable this talent for about 4 seconds. Nevertheless, in my opinion, this is one of the strongest backpack talents in the game. So with that, we wrap the build discussion. Until we meet next, stay safe, enjoy your life, and keep gaming. Don't forget to like the channel and subscribe for more videos. Peace out.